Hello guys, today I'll be attempting to beat Pokemon Heartgold in one day. My goal is to just beat the Elite Four and have the credits roll. Let's get into it. I start by naming myself J&C and picking the best Johto starter, Cyndaquil, who I named Timmy. Professor Elm wanted me to go to Mr. Pokemon's house to retrieve a mystery egg, so I went home to get a Pokegear first and then left to go to Cherry Grove City. There, an old man greeted me and gave me running shoes. I went up to Route 30, picked up the mystery egg and Pokédex, and got a call about an emergency at the lab. I then quickly handled a red-haired person who is my rival. I didn't name him, so his name ended up being Soul, which is interesting. I said goodbye to my mom for the last time and headed to Violet City. I rejected youngster Joey's request for my phone number along the way, and at the Sprout Tower in Violet City I wiped out all of the Bellsprouts, which got Timmy to evolve into a Kolava. Next up was the gym, where I skipped all the trainers and went straight into the fight. Faulkner led with his Pidgey, who landed a sand attack before I KO'd it. Faulkner sent out his Pidgeotto, who kept on using Roost to combat my Embers. This was until I ran out of Ember power points, and that's when Pidgeotto outsped my quick attack with its own quick attack, wiping me out. My second attempt went much quicker, fainting the Pidgeotto with only 3 Embers. After the battle, I picked up the mystery egg again from the Pokemart, this time to keep. I went down to Azalea Town, where Team Rocket was farming Slowpoke tails. I told Kurt about this, which he responded by going to the well, but ended up falling down it and hurting his back, which meant I had to take care of the Team Rocket myself, and they quickly left the well. Bugsy was next, and I easily burned every bug there and incinerated Bugsy. I beat my rival once again and captured some Farfetch'd to earn myself the HM for cut. Timmy helped lead a kimono girl out of the forest and also learned Headbutt. I entered Goldenrod, got the radio card, and challenged Whitney. Her Miltank turned Timmy into a lovebird, and he refused to fight, and a few stomps later I whited out. Attempt 2 went exactly the same. Whitney was starting to become a problem, so I trained Timmy up to level 27 and smoked Whitney. Instead of giving me the gym badge, she started crying like a sore loser, and my Togepi ended up hatching from the egg in between when I beat her and when I finally got the gym badge from her. A checkpoint guard told me to deliver a Spearow, but I had no plan to do so. So, we got the newest member of our team, named Kenya. I almost forgot to pick up the bike, so I picked it up. That ended the first hour of gameplay, and before anyone comments, I am speeding up the game to make this go faster to make it possible to beat the game in one day. Meaning by this point I actually had 2 hours and 40 minutes of in-game playtime. I arrived at Ecruteak City and destroyed my rival once again, and I set the legendary beasts free. The next hour I tried to catch one of the beasts to make the process faster, but it only wasted time, so I set it aside for later on. Kenya actually had a move Pursuit, and it was Dark type, which helped me single-handedly beat all of the gym trainers and Morty to get us our 4th badge. I beat all of the trainers in the lighthouse, learning at the top that the Ampharos lighting the tower was sick, and needed a special potion that can only be found at Cianwood, which was across the water. Cianwood was where I was headed next, and Kenya was once again the MVP of the Cianwood gym. I got the potion, delivered it at the top of the lighthouse, and challenged Jasmine. I was outmatched, so I set aside fighting her until I beat Price. The Lake of Rage was my next stop, and I found a shiny Gyarados there, the shininess being guaranteed, which I've always thought was cool. I caught the Gyarados and named it Oops because I couldn't think of a better name. Champion Lance told me I had to take care of Team Rocket again at the secret hideout, which took way longer than I expected to take, for there being so many level 16 Zubats and Rattatas. I had to get a secret code to open the door to a room that was causing disturbance, so I beat more Team Rocket grunts and got the codes, evolving Timmy into a Typhlosion on the way, and I beat the commanders Petrel and Ariana to finally kick out Team Rocket out of this hideout. Gym Leader Price was up next, who fell victim to Timmy's power, beating Price and getting Timmy to level 40. Seconds later, I flew to Jasmine and O-coded her entire team with Timmy. After this battle, I got news of Team Rocket taking over the entirety of Goldenrod City and the radio tower. It took a while, but I eventually beat them. I went through the ice cave and challenged the final gym leader, Claire, after 3.5 hours of real time and 11 hours of in-game time. Kenya took down her Gyarados with a few flies, Timmy took down a Dragonair and a Kingdra with a few rollouts before fainting, and Oops finished her last Dragonair with an Ice Fang. Claire imitated Whitney by being stubborn and not accepting defeat. I had to prove myself to some elders, and I passed a simple test that Claire couldn't pass, so she gave me the final badge. I also got the Master Ball and started going up the burn tower, and I found something that surprised me. Oh my lord, I'm gonna actually crash out. This shocked me, and I might not show it because I was sleep deprived and an hour away from failing the challenge, but this was my first full odds shiny ever. I'm surprised it has taken me around 10 years of playing this game, but I finally found one, and it was cool looking one being Ghastly. I named my first full odds shiny the name of Shady. Ho-Oh was a room away from this, and instead of using a Master Ball, I caught it with an Ultra Ball and named it Lil. I then went down to catch Raikou with the Master Ball, who I named Doge. My final team before the Elite Four was this: Timmy the Typhlosion, Kenya the Fearow, Oops the Gyarados, Shady the Ghastly, Lil the Ho-Oh, and Doge the Raikou. Typhlosion was the only one that was properly leveled enough, being level 50, but I didn't have enough time because I was close to failing the challenge. I probably had around 5 attempts at the Elite Four, but my last attempt looked like this. Timmy used 2 chains of rollouts to knock out Will, the Psychic Master. Again, Timmy solos Koga with flamethrowers, and Bruno wasn't as simple. His Hitmontop went down to Timmy's Blast Burn. Onyx went down to Oops' Waterfall. Timmy again took out the Hitmonchan, but fell to Machamp's Rock Slide, which Kenya also fell to. But Doge took out the Machamp, and Ho-Oh fainted the last Hitmonlee. Karen's Umbreon was incinerated by Timmy's Flamethrower. Oops did damage to the Houndoom, but got demolished after a nasty plot boosted Dark Pulse. Doge's Spark luckily took the rest of the team, along with Timmy taking down the last Vileplume. Last up was the champion, Lance. His Gyarados got taken down by 2 of Doge's Sparks. Timmy used a chain of rollouts to take down 2 of Lance's Dragonites and an Aerodactyl before getting taken down by Lance's 3rd Dragonite. Oops fainted the last Dragonite, and Lance sent out his last Pokemon, his Charizard. Oops fainted from an Air Slash. Doge got the Dragonite low before Lance used a full restore on Charizard, and Doge got Fire Fanged and fainted. Kenya's Flies once again got the Charizard low until she also fainted, and Charizard got fully restored again. Ho-Oh got Charizard extremely low again, but Lance used another full restore and took Lil out. This comes down to my final Pokemon, my shiny Ghastly, Shady. She tanked a Shadow Claw to allow me to revive Timmy. That is when Timmy ended the battle with 1 rollout, crowning me champion with 15 minutes left in the challenge. I ended with 16 hours of in-game time, while I only did around 4 to 5 hours of actual playing. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun playing through this game again and finding my first ever full odds shiny. JNC out.